Hey, this is the shack that Dennis built, and in today's episode I'm going to show you how to identify and fix and correct a leaky water line. And make sure that you like and subscribe to my videos for the latest episodes of the shack that Dennis built. As you can see, I came outside today to a great big puddle of water, and I need to fix it. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to come over here and try to figure out where this water is coming from. Willie, you know where the water's coming from? I don't know. But you can see it running down here. And let's see where it's running from. Looks like it's running back here. We're going to have to identify the source of that. Fix that leak wherever it may be. So before I turn the water off, what I want to do is I want to get as close to where the water is coming out as possible. And so I'm going to do my best to identify the source of where the water is coming out. So I'm going to just make it so that the water has an easy time getting out of here. I know I've got a water line running back in here somewhere, so I'm going to assume it's right back in here, but I'd like to know, I'd like to be sure. Lots of water right down here. Oh my goodness. It's like a reservoir coming out of there. Back, but boy, I see it just bubbling up right there. And it's kind of hollow, so that's where I'm going to assume it's coming from. All right, let's take a closer look at that for you. Oh yeah, you see all that water bubbling up there? That has got to be where the water's coming from. So next we'll turn off the water and we'll dig. It's important to know where your on and off for your water is. And in my house, I've got this control valve, and this one goes to my sprinkler system. So that's not it. But this one here, this is the on and off for the house. So we're gonna just reach down here, take this handle, and turn it off. And then we'll go check to make sure that that did the trick. There's also, if that doesn't work, you can fall back to the main meter. You need to know where the main meter is, and you can turn that off as well. Alright, so if you look here, you can see that stopped the bubbling. It's relatively calm there, even though water's still coming off, but that relatively calm means you turn the water off. Now it's time to dig. We need to open that up and find our pipe. Should be pretty easy because that water has leached a lot of the dirt out of there. I may have already found it. I don't know. In fact, there's so much dirt that's out of there that there's not much left for me to get. I really dug a nice hole. So what we're going to do is we're going to get my little sump pump. We're going to pump it out. There we go. You want to keep dirt from being caked up in the bottom of this sump pump or to clog it up. Now what I've got is I have an underground electrical line running that way and water running that way. So I'm going to have to get underneath that electrical conduit. You don't want to dig too vigorously because you don't want to put your shovel through either the electrical or through the water. And we're going to turn off the electrical just to make sure that we don't do that. So what I'm seeing down here is there's a union right here that was repaired once, and it looks like maybe the repair's gone bad. We'll have to dig that out and check it out. So we got that union down there that's gone bad. You can see that thing, and you can see the water coming in by that union. We'll have to dig around that union and then see where the water is coming from. Because you really need to get around the bottom, both sides. Okay. Now that I've got it uncovered a bit, I'm going to go turn the water back on, and I want to see if I can identify which pipe and where in the pipe the leak is coming from. All right, look at that. You can see that water is coming from over there. So that's where we got to dig to find that hole. We're going to turn it on a little bit higher and just let the water itself do the work for us. So what I discovered, that there's a second patch beyond the first. See, there's the union, and then there's the second patch down there, and we'll see. We're going to turn the water back on and see if that's where the problem's coming from. We'll dig it out a little bit more. Getting closer to that tree root, that makes it a little bit tougher, but we got to get it out of there. Somebody planted that thing right under that rhododendron. Go for the little convincer. Like I said, you still kind of want to be a little careful. You don't want to go through any pipes. Why create a bigger problem than what you got? But there's a root right there. Hopefully this little bush makes it. It's got other roots, so it'll probably be good. Maybe it's the root that went through the pipe. You never know, huh? I'm turning the water on just a little bit. See if I can identify exactly where that leak is. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Okay. We have identified the leak. It is clearly a bad connection there that we're going to have to fix. All right, we're ready to take this thing out. Now, I could re-glue this piece, and it's possible to do that, but you know, you're going to get a better fit if you just use new stuff. You want it to be as clean as possible to prevent exactly that problem from happening again. So we're going to use my little cutter to cut it off. All right. Got that side cut off, and now we're gonna just take this off here. Gonna need a pipe wrench or something to get that loose. Oh, look at that, it fell right out of there. Wait a minute. See, that's what the problem was. That thing wasn't even really in there. That's glued just fine. That, whoever put this in, didn't do a good job of putting that in. And look at that. That didn't even go in there. Quarter of an inch. We'll just make sure we loosen this up. Loosen that baby up. So now we're ready to repair this. And to get your measurement for your piece, what you want to do is you want to measure 1 inch approximately, because this is a 1 inch pipe. And you're going to measure approximately 1 inch back and put a line I put a line right there, and you're going to want to take this off. Now we have actually 4 inches to play with. We could go 2 inches this way and 2 inches that way. But what we're going to do is we're going to insert this as far as we can like that, drop that piece in place, and we'll slide it back into place. And so that's how we're going to get that piece in there. Slide this in there. And then we can cut this at 7.5 inches. So from here to here. So I'm doing my gluing inside where it's warm and dry, and I'm using this red hot glue because it glues faster. I'm going to slather that stuff on good. Hold that thing on there. 1, 2, 4, 5. We're going to take our tape measure, make 7.5 inches from there to there, and that's our repair piece. We're ready to put our new piece in to solve our plumbing problem. I want to wipe off, dry off, clean it off. This and this, you know, want it to be clean, best as possible. Here we go. All right. So we're getting ready to glue. Drop a little glue on there. Drop a little glue on there. Put our red hot piece on there. Okay. And we're going to let that sit for a little while before we put the other one on. Just make sure it gets a really nice seal. And I've let this set for over 10 minutes. You're supposed to let it set for 10 minutes before you mess with it. And then it cures fully within 24 hours. And so now that I've let it sit for 10 minutes, we're going to connect this right here. So I've got a little mark right here so I know how far to push it. And that way we get an even lock on both sides. Got that union on. That will give a little bit of a pressure test. See if we got any leaks. I've done the pressure test. I've got it all ready to go. I'm ready to fill it back in. It doesn't leak. Plumbing fix done. This is the shack that Dennis built. And this is the broken pipe that got fixed in the shack that Dennis built.